So as much as I wanted to do a cooking video yesterday, I was like, no, y'all just don't hear about it. But I kept seeing videos for stuffed peppers. Y'all. So I had it this past weekend at my cousin's house, and I said, I'm going to try this. And I told Joshua, say, you know what, I fixed it, I'm going to eat it. So I'll admit I wanted a green pepper, a red pepper, and a yellow pepper and mix it that way. But the packages they gave me, which was cheaper than buying the individual peppers, was only the yellow and the red. So I ended up doing like a total, I want to say, of 6. No, I did 4 peppers. It was a total of 4. Or was it 5? Either way. So how I did it was, you can do ground turkey, you can do chicken, you can do ground beef, you can even do Italian sausage. I think I'm going to try it next time with Italian sausage. And what I did was, of course, you season your meat how you want to. And then before you even cook the meat, you cook your onions, and the tops you cut off the pepper, chop it up and mix it in with the onions and then the garlic. And then you season that a little bit. And then you add I did ground turkey. Then you add your mozzarella cheese. I'll admit I bought more mozzarella cheese than I needed to, because that thing was thick. So then mix it in with the cheese, and then you scoop it up, put it in the peppers. Then you top it off with the mozzarella cheese. When you put it in a pan, whatever pan you put it in, make sure you add a little layer of water, and then you tightly cover it and put it in the oven for 35 minutes. Then I kept wondering, I kind of did overboard with the vegetables because it's in a pepper. That's the vegetable. But I turned around and I chopped up zucchini, squash, and it was a couple of peppers, orange peppers I did not cook, so I chopped it up and put it in there. I'll admit I barely touched that. I think I'm going to mix that with some shrimp I'm going to get tomorrow. And then my pasta, y'all. So with the pasta, I looked up a good sauce to pair with stuffed peppers and came across this Cajun cream sauce. I made it. So pretty much get your butter in the pan, add your garlic, add your heavy whipping cream. I have Country Crock has a plant-based heavy whipping cream. And then I decided to chop up tomatoes and add it, because I was supposed to put the tomato and the peppers, and I forgot. So I added it to my sauce. The type of pasta I used was stuffed tortellini with cheese. And then with the cream sauce, I noticed it wasn't as thick as I wanted. So, of course, if the consistency isn't what you want, you add flour to it to thicken it up. Came out good. Now, I'll admit my Cajun sauce wasn't as Cajun as I wanted it, but it still had a good flavoring to it. But this cooking thing, I enjoy it. And I'm going to enjoy it even more when Joshua's gone, only because I will have enough. I will have enough for days versus just one meal.